Guys, welcome back. Another episode of Reilly's Gaff in the beautiful G4 Claim studio with the lovely new cameras, guys. Oh my goodness, look at the quality. You can see my freckles and you can't normally see them unless the sun's out. But as always, guys, we are sponsored by
Collection 26.
Collection 26, the best garments available in Scotland at the moment, I would say, and I say that quite confidently with a bit of sure in my voice there. The best garments in Glasgow. I'm actually repping Blue Eyes Red Dragon here from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Jay, we've actually got the same dragon, I think.
I think we do.
This wasn't even coordinated or nothing, guys.
I think we do. I know, that's the first time ever.
They've obviously got their winter stuff coming up, guys, so check that out when it comes out. At Collection 26 Glasgow on Instagram, and we'll link their website because I always forget the name of their website. But we'll link it, it's right there, man. It's right there.
See it?
Making it easy for you guys. And as always, the discount code Reilly's Gaff. That's REILLYS GAFF. That's REILLYS GAFF.
So
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, Trips.
Hello.
All right, mate.
Hello. I recently moved to the area from Brazil.
Oh, did you, aye?
I'm looking for a sweetie shop.
And you need sweeties, mate? Well, go to Dino's Sweets and Treats.
Guys, Jesus Christ. People are moving over from Brazil to go to to go to Dino's. Could you believe that? Dinos.ice on Instagram. Get them there, guys. They've got everything, haven't they, Jamie? They've got ice cream, slushies,
Aye.
sweets,
I'm dressed up as
ice cream.
I'm dressed up as a flump.
in fucking memory of Dino's. So, guys, get down to Dino's at Cambuslang. We'll put their address on the video. We'll also pull up maybe their Instagram. We'll maybe do a few wee fun things with this. Maybe put the address right there, Joseph.
Right there. It needs to be exactly there.
Aye, alright, down there. So get them, obviously they're the best sweet shop. I think they got voted the best sweet shop in
the world.
Could you believe that? Actually, the full world, so that's pretty amazing, guys. When you're not going to go, are you an idiot? Nah, I think you better go. So we'll put their address in, get down there, tell them Reilly's Gaff sent you, and you might get something free, or you might know.
You're putting them on the spot.
Or you might know, but chance it.
Probably won't.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Guys, oh my goodness, we're back in the studio. Can you believe it? And guys, I normally come in with a kind of long-winded, here we go. This man needs no introduction. One of the most controversial figures in Scotland today, I would say.
Polarising man.
Please welcome Fife's finest, Kaz Milligan.
What's good, boys? What's good? Thank you for having me as well.
Aye.
Before we start though, I've got a present, man.
Oh, what is
A
this?
pair of sunglasses each, boys.
Oh, brilliant. Look at that, man.
Here we go. Right, here we're getting a live unboxing on the podcast here, right?
Oh, it's very, very nice box. That's like that.
How do you feel unpackaging it?
Mate, it feels expensive, I must say. There's got a wee card in here. Everything's Ligan.
Branded tissues,
Everything's
pouches,
branded.
cases.
Look at this shit.
Everything is Milligan. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we doing it? Right, hold on.
Let's do this.
Leather case, man. Oh, look, they're even wrapped, so they're... Oh, man.
This is taking longer on my phone.
Let's put it this way, guys. Have yous ever bought sunglasses off ASOS? Have they ever came like that? Definitely
Facts.
Not once.
That is straight facts.
Best packaging in the UK. Said respectfully.
According to recent polls.
Oh, look at this, guys. Should we put them on
3,
together?
2, 1.
Oi!
Now it's a party, guys.
Jeez.
Now it is a party, guys.
Yeah.
It's a Ligan party. Obviously, fucking these are Ligan.
Yeah.
I was wondering, we can just dive right into Ligan before we get into
Aye.
the nitty gritty stuff. How long has Ligan been out? Like, when did you start it?
July 2020, so like a year and 3-4 months or something.
A year and 3. So it's actually
No
quite
long, it's
aye.
new.
So
fairly new.
Aye. So see, obviously when you were younger, was that something you were always into, like fashion and stuff like that?
I'd always been into fashion, and it's like I always just, I don't know. At first, I'd like buy, say, bright yellow trainers or something, right? And then people would be like, what the fuck, they're too bright. And I'll be like, oh fuck. But then I was like, no, fuck it, man, I like this shit. Let me just go out there. And then I was always a wee bit more adventurous, I'd say, with my style and shit. And then sunglasses, I had like, bro, over 100 pair of sunglasses in my room, and I thought, why the fuck have I not made my own? Do you get me? So I started Milligan just sunglasses.
Was that all it was, aye?
I'd always wanted to get into like the fashion as well. So eventually, after I think it was the third collection, I introduced like t-shirts and shit. But I've been in the industry for about 6 years now. So I lived in London for a bit as well. I was a creative director for 2 brands down there. So I had the experience. I had the contacts to the sickest manufacturers. Like, do you know what I mean? So everything was there, the foundation was there, so I was like, let me just start this.
Instead of going off and
exactly. Like, it wasn't like, do you know what I mean, having the experience, the background, and knowing who to get in contact with, all this shit. But then that's no, oh, you started it because you had all that. It's like, no, I worked hard for years to get this.
Into that position to start it. Exactly. Now you were saying, obviously, like when you were younger, you'd buy like a pure bright yellow pair of trainers, and then people would be like, they're too bright. Did you get like a lot of shit when you were younger? Because obviously we know Kaz is in his car and he's talking about chocolate creams and that, but nobody really knows like before that, like when you were actually younger. So where is it you're from in Fife?
Methyl,
right. Sound. Where is it?
Paint a picture of Methyl.
Methyl. Fuck. I don't know what I talk too badly about it, because do you know what I mean? Like, I loved my upbringing. My childhood was fucking sick, mate. Like, the boys I grew up with, like, it was sick. But there's bad bits. Do you know what I mean? It was like normal on a weekly basis to get chased by knives and shit. But then when you grow up, you look back like, shit, that's fucked up. But then at the time, it was just normal. Like, there they are again. Let's fucking leg it, mate. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like you get places like that everywhere.
Do you think like growing up there is a lot different to maybe our upbringing in Glasgow and stuff like that? Do you think it would be a lot different? No, really?
Nah, probably not really. The only difference is yous have got the city. So yous have got the busy parts as well, like alongside the rough parts. But the rough parts still build a certain part of your character, I feel. So, but then yous just had the pleasure of having the city, having the busy.
Right,
but obviously, I didn't really have that.
Where do you, just out of curiosity, you're in Edinburgh and Glasgow a lot, what's your preference?
I never answer that. I never answer it. But I don't know, man.
Where's better for shopping?
I always say Glasgow, but then that new mall in Edinburgh opened.
I was there,
and it's
banging.
Sick.
What kind of stuff's in it? Is it just...
See, to be fair...
it's very new, isn't it?
To be fair, the shops inside it, it's no outstanding, but it's the aesthetic, mate. The building is sick, like something you'd see in America. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh,
we don't really have that here. No offence to Glasgow, we've got quite shitty. There's like 3 shops open.
Buchanan Galleries just full of like coffee shops.
The amount of people that have jumped off the fucking top of Buchanan Galleries to kill themselves.
Fucking
madness, isn't it?
Is that a thing?
Mate, I swear that happened. I went to go in there one day and they shut it because it happened that day.
Fucking hell, man.
I still love Glasgow for shopping though. Still sick.
Despite all the jumpers.
Glasgow is decent though, because I worked with a guy who came up for like Crewe in England, right? Pure shitty wee town. So sorry to all my Crewe viewers out there, but shitty wee, nothing there. See, when he moved up to Glasgow, mate, he was like, whoa, I've never lived in a city like this. Like, he could not believe. He was like, look at all these shops. He went into like Glasgow, like city centre on Christmas Eve to do Christmas shopping, and he was like, my wife wouldn't like go in my hand and all that because it's so busy and he's not even been used to that. You know what I mean?
Mate, I've got family in Jersey, like the wee island in between like England and France. And
I thought that was in America, mate.
Nah, it's New Jersey.
Is it?
Jersey.
There's a York here and then another New York here.
Mate, I've never even thought about that.
No, neither have
I think about shit like that all the time.
So are we like the old ones?
Because they're like a new country almost,
so that's like
but
it's because York, like, this is a pure tangent, but York used to be like the capital of Anglo or whatever, Great Britain, and then it was the pure popping place. That's why when you go now, it's all the old shit and it's all pure because it's Hingway. So they were like, we're going to make a New York and we're going to make it banging and all, but they just done it heavy banging.
They done it much better.
I feel like that was made up, but that's still sick.
I feel like this is a history podcast. We just let him talk, man. No, else not.
Mate, this is just my baked thoughts.
I know.
I've got this family in Jersey that they come, like they get a flight to Glasgow just for shopping, so they'll just come, they order shopping, and then like if they speak to my ma, whatever, they'll get for lunch, and they'll just be like, we're heading back like the night. You know what I mean, just come come for a day just to go shopping. That's passing like.
You kind of would have had maybe a similar thing. Like, would you have like, you have maybe had to like organise coming to Glasgow to go like
that
shopping
would
and
be
that?
like
Like a day out.
Aye, it would be a day out, man.
Aye.
But then when you grow up and you're driving and shit, it's just an ordinary day.
Aye,
It's like 50 minutes away or something.
Aye.
Hundreds of people here drive to like Livingston for the outlets, didn't they? Do you ever go down to the outlets?
Aye. Livingston's the most overrated for shopping
Aye,
in Israel,
mate,
man.
it is,
So
definitely.
overrated.
Everybody is always like, as soon as you mention Livingston, that's it. You've been to the outlet, mate. That's the first thing. That's what they're known for, basically. But I'm just wondering. Obviously, we're talking about your upbringing. That obviously you're quite like an eccentric character now. Like I would say, like I've even just you ooze charisma, I must say. So see, when you were younger, have you always been like kind of like this guy? Like see, even when you were cutting about school and that, were you always quite a big character, quite confident in yourself?
I don't know. I was like the annoying guy in school, man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, cuz you're a wee prick, mate. Do you get me? I was one of the guys. Like I was quite a bam in school, man. Always getting in trouble and shit as well. I never liked school though. Like I hated it, mate. I knew that. Like I've said this in like videos before. It's like I just knew that school wasn't going to help me in my future. I just knew it, mate.
Aye.
Like maths. Why do I need that really?
Do you
Like,
not need
I
that
know
We've got calculators now.
we've got calculators.
We'll solve
What's the
it.
fucking point? Like I did get it. Like
But do you do a lot of that shit? Like, do you do a lot of it, like having a business and all
I've
these
got-
different
aye,
kinda,
but
do you
then-
have like accountancy kind of?
Aye, but at the end of the day, you just need to know basic numbers
Aye.
for that shit. You don't need to know algebra and
Aye.
I don't even know how to
Pythagoras,
fucking
that.
spell that
They
shit.
shouldn't
bro.
teach algebra unless you're like, I want to be a maths teacher.
Aye,
Because
mate.
like, where the fuck else
Exactly.
you go? They should teach you like pure shit, like how to start your own business, how to fucking do a wash, like you
How
know,
to
talk-
pay taxes.
Aye, exactly.
How to get a mortgage.
Drive
How
motors,
to
mate,
get
I
your
always
credit
remember
up.
Aye.
Shit like that, bro.
Aye,
Like
actual important shit.
exactly.
That's going to
so
help you.
When I was in school, I kind of like noticed all that while I was in school. So like, I just sort of fanny about, man. To be fair, because it's like if I didn't go, do you know what I mean? Mum and dad would be like, get to fucking school, all
Aye.
this shit. So it's like, I know the basic shit that I need for life. The rest is bullshit.
So you
for
figured
me,
that out at a young age?
at a very young age, I sort of sussed that out. But if you're wanting to be like a lawyer, doctor, stuff like that, stick in. I'm not telling anybody to
Aye.
fuck school off.
Aye.
Do not listen to my advice. It's not even advice, but just I sort of just knew that, bro.
It's
I
like
just
personal to you. That's what
Aye,
you feel
like
like.
that-
Rather than
knew.
like nobody go to school.
it's just my experience.
Aye. Here, nobody go to school, fuck school.
No, but it's like you do need like basic maths, but when they start introducing like algebra, like the alphabet doesn't belong in maths. As soon as that gets fucking introduced, man, get that to
That should be a
fuck.
whole other subject.
Exactly. And it was
That's a
just
mix.
like physics and shit. I'm like, I'm not doing this when I'm 30, bro. Like, why am I here?
Whereas like mad neuro fucking physicists
Aye.
and that, like you stick in there.
And then
See when you were like younger though in that position, what did you have envisioned for yourself in the future? Do you think at that time?
because I'm still not there yet.
Right.
Again, the haters are going to watch, but oh, he's so cookie, da da da. But everybody pushes manifestation. But as soon as Kaz Milligan says that he's a cookie prick, I still manifest it now. Like I've visioned, like I'll confidently say, 2020, Kaz Milligan was the most spoken individual in Scotland. I sound like a prick saying that, but it's true, bro. Like it's an actual.
Well, just look
fact.
at like the hype of us saying you were coming on here. Like it's not even. But this is we have a problem with this, right? Because I always say to him, he's always asking about like, oh, me getting recognised and shit, and I feel it's a Scottish thing that's ingrained in us. Like it's like we're almost not allowed to be confident in what we're doing. It's like because we're a nation of like underdogs, shite at football, shite at us. But it's like
It's
as soon as somebody's
self-deprecating.
no shite, they're like
Aye,
they're no
bro.
fucking one of us. We're all shite.
But I do have a lot of supporters, man. I fucking love
Aye.
them all, man. People stuck with me for like. People think that this whole chocolate cream thing, I've just came out of nowhere, but I've been grinding for years for this shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've been on Instagram for. Like I'm one of I'm like an influencer OG nearly because I was started influencing when I was like 20. That's 6
Aye.
years ago. Who the fuck was influencing then?
Aye.
Do you get me? But I wasn't a big influencer, but I still started it. So people were like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, what is this?" I was like, "No, it's going to be normal. Just watch."
So what was
I
the
predicted like the whole game starting. I was just one of the starters, but. I just never really stuck at like the influencing because as soon as I knew I was wanting my own shit, I'm like, why? I'm not going to promote other people if I'm going to have my own shit. And then if you start promoting all these different shit, people are like, what the fuck's happening? So you need to keep
Aye.
their concentration on one or two things at a time.
Aye.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's what I try and do. But going back to the question where when you were at school, did you know where you were going to be? Like, I want to be big time, mate. I want to be 100 times bigger than what I am now. But it's no really, I'm not saying fame and all that shit's important in life. It's no, happiness is. So then it goes back to what I always like project is, if you're in a 9-to-5 and you've got a traded job and you're a brickie or a welder, anything like that, if you're happy, if you wake up excited to go to work, you've made it.
Aye.
And I envy that. I'm jealous of those people. If you've got one of their jobs and you're happy, I'm fucking jealous.
It's like every cunt wants contentment, don't they?
Aye.
But when I was doing that shit, and then people will be like, oh, because you've never worked a day in your life. I've done the 12 hours, the 7 days, pipe fitting. I've done it all, bro. I was depressed doing it.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So why are you going to then judge me and say Kaz Milligan's a prick because he's chasing this lifestyle? But then, oh, do you want me to just be depressed and end up fucking killing myself? Because that's where I was fucking gone doing that shit. Do you get me? So people then only see like the front face of Kaz Milligan. But if you understand all the shit I'm saying now, you're like, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why he's gone for this. There's a reason why he's doing that and saying this and being this character. It's all calculated, bro. Everything I do and say is calculated because I know what the audience is going to do, say. I could traffic them towards there. Right now I need to say this because then they'll come here. Everything's fucking calculated.
We've actually spoke about that before. Well, like, obviously, like, see when cunts are like slagging you and that and you like get it up, it's because you know that's what you want. It's not as if, like, see if you didn't want it, you'd go, oh, bro, good gin, right? Aye, neighbour, that was a good gin, mate. And see if you did that, cunts would be like, oh, I'm bored of that now. But see if you go, like, and you kind of flame it, it's like, then you're like relevant for another day and another day and another day. But it's something like 90% of people get that, but see that 10%.
No, I'd say it's the opposite. I would say like 10. I'd say like 10%, and then the 90% up your chocolate gimp.
See, mates cunts I talk about, they're like, oh, he knows what he's doing. That boy's switched on, do you know what I mean? But then like there is, you see, it's mainly on the internet, but in it you see people going like, somebody actually said like when I was talking to them about like who were getting on, I was like, oh, Kaz Milligan, that'd be good, and that, and he's like, you getting him on for fuck's sake? And I was like, what you thought about? Like, why? Like, why no?
Numbers, baby.
But like, why no? Like, what's the problem? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, because it's like they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand what you're up to.
Exactly, and then it goes back to what I was saying earlier: is you need negativity to grow. To where I want to be, you kind of need the hate. You need the negativity, because then if you go on Twitter. And so, when's the last time you've heard someone or seen someone tweet, I love so and so? But every day you're going to see someone like slating somebody. It's free promo. You need that shit. It's the negative people that put the money in your pocket. So when someone's tweeting bullshit about me, I'm like, can I ignore this or do a screenshot, put it on my Instagram story? Now all the haters want featured on my story. But then they call me a clout chaser, but I'm like, but you're only tweeting to get on my story, bro. You're wanting the fucking clout. You're tweeting for the likes. Do you get me?
There was a bit, a moment in Twitter, like around chocolate cream hanging all that. It was just, all you had to write was Kaz Milligan something else, like slagging you, and it would be like 300 likes. The cunts that usually get like 10 and 20 likes.
I say that all the time. If you tweet about me, it's your most liked tweet. It's a fact.
And it's straight facts.
It's a straight facts,
baby. That's it. So see in social media, like what was... Because the first I seen, you were in a car, right? I don't even remember exactly. And you were recording. I don't know if you were rapping. I think you were rapping maybe. This was ages ago.
Rapping terribly.
What were you doing? Like, what were you doing on social media up to that point? Were you just doing stuff like that and just trying to get out there almost?
Yeah, well, I went through a phase maybe like 6 years ago up until maybe 3.5, 4 years ago or something. I was like the odd influencer promoting other brands, getting the free shit in, free clothes, getting paid to do posts, all that shit. But then again, I predicted where that was going to end up. By the way, before I go on, I just want to say is this as well, as the females in Glasgow, like, do you know what I mean? That Chloe Frater and Megan Welsh and like Abigail Comrie, all of them, they're fucking killing it. I just need to put this in before I go on. No, they're killing it, mate. They're like smashing it. Like they've sussed out the influencer life and they've smashed it. But sorry, bro.
No. It's cool.
But I also predicted that influencing is going to get boring. Everybody's doing it. It's going to get oversaturated. It's going to be like, oh, another guy or another girl promoting another fucking bullshit brand. I knew it was going to get to that. So like 3-4 years ago, I stopped it. I deleted every single post that I promoted. I was like, right, I'm going to just be Kaz Milligan, because I want to blow up as Kaz Milligan. He's got his own brand. Do you know what I mean? He does whatever he does. Like, just me as an actual personal brand. I didn't want to be a product to the industry, whether, oh, that's a guy that brands just use.
Aye.
That's
just
it.
they'll pay the way in.
What would you like describe your like? Would it like no? Would it just be like a?
No,
I don't,
I'm
would
an
you-
entrepreneur.
It's fun.
Aye,
It's
is that
funny,
what you
right?
would describe
See,
it as?
s- Mama, right? Mama always like to me, who's on your podcast this week, right? And I'm like, Kaz Milligan, his name is, and she's not got 12. She doesn't know, right? She's like, what does he do? I'm like, I don't even know how to. He's everywhere, sort of. I can't. You can't be pigeonholed into like he's this, he's that, because you're doing so many different things at once, and that's kind of like how you want to be. You don't. It's like you don't want to be like Kaz Milligan, the fucking owns a clothing brand. You want to be like the selling point is Kaz Milligan. It's no Kaz Milligan's clothes. It's no Kaz Milligan's this. Kaz Milligan is the selling point. Do you know what I mean?
Is there anybody else that does that? Like, is there anybody that's like done that to a pure high extent? No, but I mean like famous cunts. Like, is there anybody you'd say you wouldn't say they're an actor or a singer or a model? They do it all kind of thing.
There's probably some do it there, right? But like in like in Scotland, again, I'll sound like a prick, but nobody's doing it like me. There's people who even tweet that, supporters and other people notice that, like, nobody's fucking doing it like me, bro. Like, I took all the hate and I took the memes, I embraced it. Because since I was saying, I grafted for 5 years or whatever, and then this meme started, the chocolate cream shit. So I was like, I didn't expect it to blow up, but I had like a week or two to think to myself, right, do I ignore this, or is this an opportunity for me to blow the fuck up? So I was like, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to feed it. I'm going to fuel people. Right, keep saying it. And then I started saying it a wee bit more. Look where it got me, bro. Chocolate cream sunglasses on my head. Sold out 3 times over.
Is it these?
Starbucks, nah. They're out of stock, bro. They're going to get restocked in December though. But Starbucks phoning me, oh, we're opening up a new store in Leaven, like where I'm from. Do you want to come down and open it? Do an appearance? Done it. Collab with Starbucks, mate. Everything was fucking calculated.
One of the biggest brands in the whole world.
Exactly, bro. Like, people need to wake up and realise what the fuck I'm doing, man. Like,
no,
seriously.
They don't. Just keep doing it.
Try. But the thing is, they're going to listen to this, right, and continue. They're going to forget about my plans. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, people are also saying, like, because I've fell off, right? People comment now, Kaz fell off. 1, no. 2, I predicted it. I says I was going to disappear the whole of September. I done it. Came off the internet.
I remember you saying that to me because we were trying to arrange this podcast. Loved it. I loved it so casually. It's like, I'll definitely do the podcast, bro, but I'm disappearing for a month. I was like, there you go, fucking casuals, innit?
Because there was obviously a bigger reason. I was abroad filming a big project. I can't obviously talk about it. I've signed contracts and shit. But people think I was just fucked off just to take a break. I'm not stupid, man. Like, if I'm fucking off, it's to elevate and project me bigger. But I also was interested in the fact where I'm no big time yet, right? So if I take a month off, is it going to affect it? It didn't, right? So, but I predicted it. I made a TikTok saying, look, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to lose some attention. The top spot's going to be free. Someone take it. Do you know what I mean? Sharing is caring, mate. Someone take it.
Loaning it out for a while.
So I said that, but I say is when I come back, I'll slowly get the attention back. First quarter of next year, what I filmed will be revealed, and I'll be 100 times bigger than what I've ever been. And it's a fact. That will happen.
Aye.
And it's already done. I'm just waiting on it to catch up.
Manifestation, mate.
Exactly.
I actually do like, or you can talk things into existence, man. I actually believe it. Like, and it's more. I don't think it's more. I think it's more a case of having it in your mind. It's not a case of like fucking. I'm going to say this, and the universe is going to hand. It's more. I think it's more to do with like constantly like reminding yourself of like what your goals are. Because if you say I'm going to fucking be the biggest clothing brand in the UK, that's not what you're saying. But like, say that was your plan. If you're saying that to yourself every day, you're more likely to get to there faster because it's in your head. You're constantly reminding yourself it.
Once you realise how manifestation works, you will win in life.
Let's do it for this podcast. Teach us how to do it.
Mate, I've done it for this podcast.
Have you?
I've said to myself, mate.
I've said
to myself on walks and that, I will have a successful podcast. I will be financially secure off of this podcast, and it will happen. And I know it will happen.
It will happen,
I know.
100%. But it's like with manifestation, it's like it's all like energy and shit, like, and it's all true. I remember like years ago, I was like, bullshit.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? This is not a thing. But then I started doing it. I was like, fuck.
Is it mad Eastern shit?
No,
I don't know, man.
The first I seen of it was that movie, The Secret. And that's all about like as if this big universal secret has been like you can just fucking say whatever you want and then it happens, but it's not really that. But
nah, like if you're like saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a millionaire," and you do fuck all about it, you're not going to be a millionaire. But
if you keep hanging that, then.
But like I'll say, like next year, I want to get to the point where I'm making 10 racks every month, and I'll move to London, right? So I'm not just thinking about the money because the money's bullshit. So I need to start thinking, right, one, I'm going to get there, but two, how am I going to do it? Right, I need to do this, I need to do this, da-da-da-da. And you just keep thinking about it every day, brainwashing your, but you can't just say, I'm going to do it. You need to say, I've done it.
Aye.
I've done it. You
Break it down into weird points.
And you just keep thinking about it, keep picture it, take half an hour, like 20 minutes of your day, close your eyes, picture it all in full detail, like meditation, bro.
Aye, that's
you know what I mean? Then, like, every time I'm driving, bro, I came here in a transit, mate. The whole time I was gritting it like I was in a Lamborghini, because one day I'm going to have a yellow Lamborghini. I've said it in multiple videos. One day I am. And then once everybody's like, bullshit, guess what? When I've got it, I'm going to go back, take all the clips of me ever saying it, and then it's going to be me at the end chilling in my yellow Lamborghini, mate. And it's going to happen because I've already lived it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I lived my whole life. I'm just waiting on reality to catch up for other people to see it.
God.
And it's like,
I love that.
Even going back to when I first started, I quit my job 6 years ago saying, oh, I'm going to do this, do this. Everybody from Fife, mate, oh, cuz you're a fucking gimp, you're this, you're da, you talk shite. I've done everything I says I was going to do. I says I was going to influence, done it. I says I was going to be a model, I modelled for 2 years. Says I was going to model in New York, done it. Do you know what I mean? Done the whole brand, said I was having my own brand, done it. A year and a bit later, I'm in fucking Urban Outfitters, mate. Do you understand? Like, I didn't have a brand 2 years ago. Now my
That's
brand's
crazy, man.
like, you just need to keep working, believing, and as
You
soon
need
as
to
you
believe in your fucking own abilities. Well, I
you
think
need
in
to
this
believe
country
it.
we have a big, and I think that's where a lot of the hate for you comes. I think it's like, we don't believe in ourselves as people. We don't believe that we're just for Scotland. We look at all these maybe Americans. You look at Joe Rogan's podcast. I mean, we could quite easily sit here and be like, we will never reach Joe Rogan's size. We're only Scotland. But the way you're never going to get there is by telling yourself you're not going to get there.
Exactly.
Whereas if you keep open to the idea that that's going to happen and push for it, it's how is it not possible?
Exactly.
We've
know what I mean?
Joe Rogan done it.
Exactly. And Joe Rogan was once fucking nobody. Know what I mean? So
we've kind of spoke about, like, just if you do everything right, then you don't need to worry about the outcome
just
of what's
keep-
going to happen if you do what you're doing right. Then
just
it will
put the right work in,
you
man,
end up
and
tipping it
the
up,
outcome
like-
comes fucking naturally. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And you need to think like long term as well, longevity. Everybody's mentality these days, I want now. Oh, I can't make $1 million in 3 year or 5 year. Fuck it, I'm not interested. But you could make $1 million in 10 years. So would you know rather be
Stick
a
it in.
millionaire in 10 years? Whereas in 10 year time, you're still going to be on 30k a year if you've got that mentality, or 20 or 50, whatever you're on. Do you know what I mean? Like, start putting in the work. But listen, know everybody's dreams to be a millionaire, and I understand that. That goes back to what I previously said. If you're happy and where you are, you've made it.
Everybody's dreams to be content, mate.
Exactly.
That is it, that is-
It's
and it doesn't
happiness.
matter. And it's as you're saying, like, you're sitting here going, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you're also saying at the same time, I'm not saying this is what everybody listening to this has to do.
Exactly.
You need to do, if your goal in life is just to have a good paying job, have a family, go on a holiday twice a year, if that's what you want, then get that. You don't need to go and chase, I don't want to be, like, you don't need to go and try and be a millionaire. If that's what makes you happy, go and do that. And I think that's why, I don't know, I think that's why you get so much hate, because it's like, you're actually chasing these big things, and you're believing in yourself at the same time. You're not saying, well, I'm going to try and do this and I don't know if I'll make it, and like, you're saying, I'm going to fucking do it. And I think that's why it rubs people up the wrong way here, because they can't believe, like, this guy's saying he's going to do all these things. Like, it's like, we don't like confident people in this country.
Exactly.
I don't think.
And it's not just that, bro. It's like, it's because I'm doing it, and like, it's because who I am. Like, I'm not talking down on anyone, but let's just say someone that had just no clout, no followers, whatever, says, oh, I really jumped on Instagram and said, oh, I really want to do this, but I'm not sure, like, everybody, and if that somehow went viral, everybody would be like, no, you go get it, king. Believe in yourself. But as soon as somebody fucking does, and they're actually getting to that point, oh, tear them down. Oh,
exactly.
But just because I'm actually doing it. But if I was at the beginning, everybody would be like, no, believe in yourself, bro.
Mate, it's so
Yeah.
true.
And then it goes down to like that. You could transition that into like people like, oh, cause you're so cookie, you love yourself. No, I'm just fucking confident in my looks, mate. I try and be unique. I try and dress well. I try and take care of my skin. I try and get a fresh air. I like being fresh. But then if, say, someone was majorly overweight, again, if they're happy, sound. But if they're majorly overweight and they're like, I want to try and be confident, everybody would be like, no, love yourself, say you're gorgeous, you are gorgeous, But as soon as someone like decent looking says it, you're a cocky prick. Like,
It's bizarre. It's a problem in this
Society
country.
sometimes.
It's in here though. I recognise that. See, when I moved I was in Vietnam, right, for like a year, but just before COVID hit, teaching, and that's when I noticed like all this shit, this negative, like, oh, they're doing well, tear them down, so worried about what everybody thinks of them, and that's a thing, that's like here, that's a Scottish thing, it's no a worldwide thing.
Bro,
See, when I was in Vietnam, people don't care, go and do your own thing, it's nothing to do with me, go all the best, know what I mean? Whereas here it's like, how fucking dare you chase that, how dare, do you know what I mean? But see just on your social media as well, like obviously there was a point where this wasn't the stage you're at now, you weren't always at that stage, you know what I mean? So can you remember like a video or a moment or something that like made you go, oh fuck, this is fucking going big, like maybe you started getting recognised a lot more, stuff like that?
It was the chocolate cream shit. Right. That was sort of, that took me to the next level. I feel like I skipped a few levels as well because I'm not in a rush. I want my journey to last forever. Like, do you know what I mean? Because my saying is, I say it to everybody that's impatient, is you want a book and a movie, not a magazine and an episode. Therefore, people that just blow up and they're successful in a year, if they brought out a movie or a book, it's not going to be an interesting journey. People are not going to be inspired by that. So I want mine to last 40 years. Do you understand? So when I was grafting for the 5 years and then the chocolate cream shit happened, it took me to the next level. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still a nobody though, in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm still tiny. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But this is the next chapter. So I embrace it. I can tell, like, because since I've manifested it and I've meditated my whole life, I know where I've been. I'm like, shit, right, I'm on that chapter. Just keep going. Just keep ticking. But the chocolate cream thing, that was the thing that sort of took me to the next level. Now I get noticed, like when I go shopping, all this shit. And then people were like, oh, guys, you never get noticed. Watch my vlogs, bro. It's all on camera. Like,
like if I get noticed a lot, then you get noticed
every day.
Even more.
Like, I just got back from London, right, yesterday. I got off the train, walked to another platform to jump on the train, like in Edinburgh, to come to Fife, and that 5 minute gap, like, stopped 5 times for photos.
What is that? Like can I just ask, because obviously I've experienced this as well, and it was a very strange thing for me at first, like to be able to just, you have to always be on. You have to always be ready to be like, hi, picture on the border. But whereas before in my life, you could just walk about and not have to think about that. Was that a weird thing for you to get used to at first?
Nah, no, really, bro. Because again, it was just, I knew it was going to be part of my life. I pictured it. I said it. I'd always say to mum and dad, I will be stopped for photos one day. 100%. And then it's happened. 100%, bro. I know exactly where I'm going in life. And people still doubt when I predict shit. Do you know what I mean? I've predicted everything so far, and I'm not saying I'm big time still, but everything so far I've predicted, and everything I predicted before it happened, everybody said, stop talking shite. It's happened. Oh, fuck, fair enough.
So who's talking shite now?
Exactly. Now I'm going to do this, and you're talking shite, but you didn't believe last time either. Sound.
Wait for the Lambo video.
I know. I cannot wait.
Still like a few years away. Like. But like getting stopped for photos, I knew it was coming, bro. And then once it started, like walking about, if I go shopping in Edinburgh, say, it's every minute and a half, I'd say.
That's fucked.
For a few hours, like.
Is that what has there been? Because obviously you deal with a lot of hate on your videos and stuff like that. Do you ever? Do you deal with it in public often?
Hardly ever, bro.
That's the fuck thing, isn't it?
It's keyboard warriors, bro.
Exactly.
I seen a picture of you once, I was pure laughing at it. It was like 2 wee guys, and they were like like, don't want to say wannabe casuals, but they were wee like football hooligans, like Fila and all that, and all wearing it, and it was like Kaz Milligan, all that, and you're stoning like that. What the fuck are you?
You must get some bangers coming up to you.
Sometimes, man, it's mainly love though. Like even like, do you know what I mean? Like it's mainly love, but you still get people like, Kaz, say chocolate cream.
Mate, that
Bruv,
shit.
I'm not a fucking performing monkey, mate.
Exactly,
like what? I'm not going to say chocolate cream. Like that shit was, bro. It was a year ago. In December, it was a year ago. I made this meme last year, bro. What the fuck? But it's like, I'm not going to say that shit, man. Just come up, say hi to me.
That's the whole thing.
That I always take photos with people.
Exactly.
Just show love.
But people, because they see you online, they almost think that you're no like a human. It's like you're a performing act for them, and like it's the same. Like they just want to put a camera on you, but like me and Paul Black were talking about it. It's like people put cameras in front of us and go, I say something funny, mate.
Aye.
Yeah, like when you walk up to Ronaldo and be like, right, they fucking some stepovers, mate. You know what I mean? You just get a picture with him. So I don't know what people expect. It's the same thing with you. Like say chocolate cream, say chocolate cream, and it's like, well, no, mate, because why the fuck would I? I'm just walking about. You know what I mean?
What you were saying about like people think Kaz is a character, I was expecting him to come in wearing like a mad suit or something, like a wee polo shirt or something, be in and just be pure normal, and then be like, right, the camera's going on, like earrings in, all that, like hair all done, all that. Like your real name's like John McFarlane and you're an actor and all that. But getting into character for
He
it.
is the real deal, people. And I must say, like, just even spending fucking whatever that was, half an hour or something. This guy does not deserve fucking this is a normal, not normal, that's the wrong word.
Not
I
normal.
don't think you would like to be described as normal. But this is a fucking chilled out guy.
Aye,
you
nice
know what I mean?
guy, man.
It's fucking, but again, it all comes to that attitude that like, I've got the confidence, I'm going to do this. People hate that.
Hate it, bro.
And they
But
want to
see-
drag you down, you know what I mean?
See the thing about like all this hate and all that, right? There's some that it's just like we guys try to be funny.
100%.
Which is
People
like,
just want
do
likes,
you know what I mean?
mate.
There is cunts that are funny, and it's like, no, they're just like, if they met you, be like, mate, that's just, I'm just
Like,
carrying on, know what I mean?
For example, there was a video on Twitter that like kind of got about, and it was somebody videoing me, like me walking away, right, the back of me. Oh shit! I was walking away, and he was like videoing me and whispering like, "Oh, cuz shut yourself, whatever." I said this, or he was saying something under his breath or something. Everybody, cuz shut yourself. Like that guy, bro. I swear on my mum's life, before I walked away, begged me for a photo.
Was his name Mark Hamilton?
Who's that? But do you understand? Like that's what. Then I was like, right, they just want likes. I understand that because he was sound to me 2 minutes ago, but now he's acting the big man because he wants likes.
Aye.
So you
it's
don't-
all about likes, innit?
Aye, that is all it is, mate. It's all about like nobody actually see if anybody actually like even what we were saying about like Paul getting comments of people, mad English guys going the unfunniest guy in the world, or this mad stuff, and it's like. And you as well, like nobody actually hates anybody. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Do you know, it's
No,
not,
exactly.
it's
It's
no
an attention
genuine
thing,
hate,
innit?
mate.
I've always says to any hater, text me.
Thank you.
No, thank you, but if you hate me that much, let's sit down and chat for an hour.
Aye.
You will fucking like me by the end of that hour, and it's a fact, mate. I'm a nice guy. Like nobody can dislike me if you actually understand who I am.
That was the whole thing about getting you on. I think a lot of people expected you to come on here and me to be like, you're a chocolate goon or something, just sitting there. I'm like, no, this is a fucking, this guy's actually smart, like you don't realise. But obviously we would, if we're talking about haters, as you mentioned, Mark Hamilton, the whole charity boxing thing, that was meant. What happened with that? Because I remember
Right.
having a semi-erection, thinking of the thought of yous going at it in the
Bro,
boxing
I
room.
was going
Not
to-
in a homoerotic way, guys. Just a kind of excitement for the sport.
Pure rock.
I'm sitting in my room like, this better happen.
Kaz and wee shots.
So why the fuck did it not happen, bro?
Bro, he declined it. Simple
declined.
as that. And then people were like, Mark didn't shout out. He publicly declined it, mate. But most of his TikToks he made about the boxing and me, he's deleted them all. But he publicly said it. I didn't want to get involved with this bullshit. He tried to then reverse it and be like, oh, it's too cringy. Bruv, you kick the ground and you do the cringy shit, bro.
Aye.
It's funny you say that actually, because a lot of people maybe don't know who we're talking about. So we better get just so we know who this is. So if can we pull up? This is like the kind of content it is, right, guys?
Right.
And like,
I hate it already, man.
it's the guy on the right with the.
With a white shirt.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right, but he's got like but it's obviously quite a good looking boy in that, you know. But I mean, the content, no really my cup of tea.
Is
So
it,
I don't think it's aimed for me, but
is it like a joke? But is he
No,
kidding on?
nah.
Is he slagging?
it's
cunts
like
they shit
it's like
that?
see like Paul Doc, Hot Boy flicks. Like,
Aye.
you know,
But he's no slagging.
that's
it.
real.
He's
No,
doing
that's
it.
how he like blew up by like being posing, trying to like basically he needed 14-year-olds to like, oh, Mark Hamilton's so
Aye.
hot.
It happens in America all the time, doesn't it?
But
It's
the
that
thing
mad.
is, I go back, all the people that I've had beef with and whatever, I wish them the best. I wish he's fucking happy doing what he's doing. But when I offered you the 10 grand to come box me, he declined it publicly.
Did you offer him 10 grand?
He
Aye.
declined 10 grand to box you.
It's public, bro.
Mate, is
It
that
was
offer
all
just
public.
open? Can we do that now if you got 10 grand?
I mean, but I had an events company. I was documenting me going to my meetings with an events company. I had like 2 or 3 investors that was investing like 50 odd grand into the event. I knew what we were going to pull out at the end. I knew how much I was getting paid, and trust me, it was much more than Mark. But I offered him 10 grand. I had the undercard fighters ready. I had dancers ready. I had performers, singers, rappers, DJs, everything. This event was going to be fucking sick, mate. So I was like, saying it was happening, and then he went away and declined it. And then let's be serious, who else would make sense? Who else would have sold their tickets to fight me. Nobody, bro. That was the biggest beef Scotland's ever had. I'll say it confidently. In this
sort of space.
culture, in this
bubble,
culture, that was like the biggest beef. But
And
he
he
declined
fucking-
it publicly. But then he twisted it like, oh, I'll just come meet me in Glasgow. I'll fight you in the street. I'm
So
like,
he wants to fight you, but no get 10 grand.
exactly, bro. Where does that make sense? What, me that owns a business, bro? I network with millionaires on the daily. Do you think I want them to see me going having a street?
And you were going to get paid a lot more than him, innit?
Aye.
Well, you don't pay sheep the same amount you pay goats, brother.
Exactly.
There you
No,
go,
that's it,
brother.
man. But aye, that whole thing, I was gutted that he declined it
Is
as
that
well.
the deed
wonder?
then, aye?
I think it is, unless he wants to accept it again.
Oh.
Mark Hamilton,
And fuss.
let's get him out.
But the thing is, I know why he declined it. Like, my dad's an undefeated professional. Like, I've grew up in the sport. Like, it's no like,
I
God,
remember you were saying that,
Mate,
actually.
I remember that.
You
actually.
shouldn't have even said that, but
I know, man, I
you should
know.
have been like, I'm scared, but I'll do it, and then just fucking box his head off, man.
Aye, I
Mate, we
should
need,
have, bro.
we
but
need to get this back on with me and you commentating on it.
Oh my god, bro! There you go. There's mate.
That's
Imagine
it,
how
bro.
much. Imagine the money that would do. Right? Imagine Kaz fighting Mark in boxing, and we're commentating.
Reilly's Gaff comment,
Trust
and we'll
me.
only take 15 grand or something. It's
Aye,
not-
pennies, mate.
Chump change.
15 hours.
I was more taking the bins it, mate.
But nah, I'm gutted that never happened, man. Proper gutted.
Aye, but aye.
There'll be other opportunities for.
The thing is, I didn't need it. It's not like I
Aye.
need that for the clout. Like, I know where my life's gone, so.
Aye.
He just missed it. Because I says to him as well, I said to him, like, bro, people are going to get bored of you posing on TikTok. You need this to keep your relevancy. Like, I'm doing you a
how
favour.
you were like trying
trying to
to
help him.
Aye, but you were like, I'm trying to help you, mate. And you're like, aye, that's fine.
Because like people then say, oh cuz, how does he need you? He's got 500 followers on TikTok. I'm not giving a fuck how many followers he's got. Like, I'm not caring. His likes on Instagram went from 20k down to 1k, 2k, 3k. People get bored of you
same thing.
doing the same shit. I just know how to get to the next thing. I know what's coming. I'll jump on it. Do you understand? So it's like I always try to help him. Like, bro, people are going to get bored of you, and he just didn't believe it. And it's happened. Now he's moved to London. He's got this hype house thing in London now, and I wish them the best.
Aye.
Again, like, I'm a nice guy, even though he probably still hates me, but I wish him the best. But it's failed, mate. So far, I hope it picks up for them. Whatever, cool. But
So
aye.
far.
Aye. But
Anyway, I remember a wee while you were kind of almost teasing us with maybe you going into like Love Island. Do you remember that? Kaz Milligan in Love Island. I need to ask the question, right? Say you get the call, Kaz,
Love Island.
we want you in. Are you going in that plane? Will they let goats on the plane? Will we need to get a separate animal plane? Imagine if you get a separate. You need to get put in the hold. Like, I know.
yeah, there's a goat in fucking first class. What's going on?
Would I go on? Fuck.
It's a big move, innit?
If it was next year, I think it's impossible for me to go on.
Right.
I can't say why.
See,
Because
But yes, we'll find
the
it.
year of Kaz.
Oh my goodness.
Like the Chinese, the year of the.
Like, why I can't go on next year will be revealed next year. But the following year, I don't know, man.
maybe.
I'm hoping to be too big for Love Island the following year, to be honest.
That is
There you
it.
go, man.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
And if I'm no, then I'll go on Love Island.
Yeah, and then you get one of the. That's the same as the chocolate cream. Like a skip up.
The next step.
Aye, that's mad.
I've got a big step coming next year, though.
Nice
Aye.
one, mate.
I can't wait. I wish I could talk about it, but obviously
I
can't.
know, man.
I might tell
Preview
you
it.
off camera, maybe.
Imagine you told us and like we open pure. By the way, guys, Kaz, next episode.
As soon as you leave the door, like, right, bro, see, we're just going to edit that.
Kaz Milligan exposed. Aye, but obviously on TV and that, you done that show. What was it, Dressed Impressed?
Oh, aye.
How is that? Do you like doing things like that?
Mate,
I was just a bit banter, man. Like, I knew Dressed Impressed wasn't going to like blow. I knew that. That's why, like, I was two of my
Did
cousins.
they contact you about it?
Aye. So they were wanting me to go in as like a shopper, like 3 guys shopping for 1 girl. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. I was like, if I come on, get 3 birds shopping for me. So they done that. And,
The outfits were atrocious, weren't
mate,
they?
what
Napa
the
Giri
fuck?
jackets and that.
It was mental. How long? That was like 2-3 years ago already.
Aye.
But I had 2 of my cousins with me, and that was just memories, man.
Fun
Just
time.
Enjoy it. So I went and done that. That was funny, man. Proper funny.
You didn't go and, like, because I think what is the premise of that? It's like they buy outfits for you,
Aye, so
and then if you like the outfit before even seeing the bird, you're like, I'll go on another date with him.
It's quite a weird show, isn't it?
Aye.
It's a
Did
real
you go
weird
on a date?
concept, isn't it?
Did you like go on a date with the bird? Aye.
So like the winning girl, what a lucky girl, innit? She, so I didn't see what they looked like. I just see the outfits they buy, and then I'm like, the coolest outfit, I'll go on a date with them. Basically, it was still terrible outfit. So I went on a date with her. We went bowling and shit. It was sick, man.
Aye.
But she just wasn't my type. You know what I mean? So
And it was down south, aye.
Manchester.
Is it? Aye. That would have been good. So how did that come about? Was it just a DM on Insta or
contacted you?
something?
I DM on Insta, bro.
Was
I
it?
get
Aye.
DM'd for TV like weekly, mate.
Would you want to do more TV in the future?
It seems to me
Eventually,
like you want to do you want to do your own shit. It's no like
Eventually,
aye,
man,
aye. Like you want to build. Like, I get what you're saying. Now. It's like, say a fucking brand contacts you and like offers you a big amount of money to do blah blah blah. You're like, depending on the figure, you're like, nah. I'm like, rather than promote somebody else's shit, I want to fucking build my own shit. That's the kind of way. Like, I got asked to be in a few podcasts before I started this, and I knew I was starting this, and maybe it would have been a good idea to be like, go on and promote it or whatever, but I was like, nah, I need to focus on my own shit and get this built up first before I start going, no, come in yours, know what I mean?
You need to turn down money to make more money at the end of the day. Like, bro, every day I'm turning down promoting other people. I'm turning away money.
Because you're looking big picture though.
I'm looking big picture.
As you're saying, you're not looking for that instant,
Exactly.
there's a grand,
And then I'm going to turn into a product to the industry. That's why I stopped 4 years ago. Before even influencing was mainstream, I'd already stopped it because I knew it was going to get too busy.
So is what you've turned into now, like, is that more longevity and like is that like a cash flow kind of thing? Instead of just like, oh, you might get $2,000 this week doing that, you might do this, you might do that.
Promoting other people or what?
Aye, but then what you've turned it into, is that like a longevity version of?
Well, because I just promote my own shit, like Milligan goods, like, do you know what I mean?
It's all about Milligan, mate, isn't it?
I think as well, like,
But the thing is, like, see if they cut, like, I'll probably never do a feed post, do you know what I mean, on Instagram, but I might, if the money's right, I'll do a couple stories. I've not done it in months though, because the money's never right. But I give them ridiculous prices because I didn't want to do it.
Aye.
If you're up for paying that stupid money, sound, mate. I'll do a few stories, but Triller that up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
legit just DM'd me like 3 hours ago.
Ryan Kavanagh guy, innit? That Ryan
Ryan
Kavanagh
Kavanagh.
beef,
Is it?
Aye, he owns
So I've got a meeting with him tomorrow. So if the money's right, then I might.
could we see you boxing Jake Paul? Imagine that.
Jake Paul.
Could you imagine Kaz Milligan, Jake Paul,
His box office.
and the Hydro?
Mayful, mate.
Did the show? Did the show for Bethel?
So I'll see what they're saying tomorrow. Like,
No, you're saying about saying ridiculous prices just pure popped into my head. See that boy on Twitter that was always like you and him. I think he kind of pure hang with the chocolate cream thing. Just kept doing it. That spunk phone guy.
on Twitter, I'm sure.
And he said something. He done a tweet once saying, "I asked Kaz to be on a podcast," and he says 2 racks.
Aye.
Would you want to go
I
on it?
didn't want to be on it, man.
Aye, season
So
2.
he was like, "Come to me." I'm like, "No, bring your shit to me."
Has he got a podcast?
No, I don't think. I think
I don't know.
he was starting a podcast to do
Kaz Milligan
that.
podcast.
Like legit. And the thing is, I'll never ever charge to be on a podcast. That's stupid. That's being a dickhead. But if a hater's trying to get me on, 2 racks, mate, and come to me.
Just sit in,
100%.
sit in your room playing COD.
I'll
bro.
speak to him for an hour for $2,000, 100%. I'm not sharing it either, though.
I know, that just reminded me of that. They're like ridiculous prices. That's
Aye.
good, man.
But like, see if a supporter or somebody that shows love, like that's another thing I say as well, bro, is if you're a hater, you're missing out. Because every single person that shows me love, and I can tell it's like genuinely love, and it's like constant for maybe like, say, I don't know, months or a year, and I can just tell they fucking fuck with me, right? I'm giving you opportunities and I'm putting money in your pocket. I've proved it to everybody. Do you know what I mean? But then, like, obviously there's been times where I've helped people out and whatever, and then they've went and fucked me off. I'm like, fuck, am I being too nice? Do you know what I mean? But then karma's real, bro. The nice people, good shit comes to you. The bad people, you're gonna get fucked, mate. Bro, do you know how many birds, right, that have been dying for clout, that slid in my DMs, I've been chatting to them, and I've gave them contacts to Boohoo, and they've ended up being influencers for Boohoo, and a week later I'm patched, mate.
That's mad.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're literally like,
The
using me, bro,
clout
for
chasers are real,
contacts.
bro. They're not a mythical creature.
Nah,
They are
facts.
real, bro.
There's been like guys as well that's like, oh, and then I've helped. I'm not going to drop any names, right? But I've helped them out. They've overtook me in followers, and I've put money in their pocket because every time I get asked to promote a brand, I'll fuck it off to them. They're getting 200 here, 400 here, da-da-da. And then when I was like, oh, do you want to do this for me, bro? No reply. I'm like, bro, I fucking made you.
But that catches up then, doesn't it?
Aye, it catches up, bro. In fact, I never made you. I'd never say I made anybody, but I helped you. Do you understand?
Elevated
But
them.
karma's real, so I'm going to be rewarded for being a good guy. You're going to be fucked. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Sorry to interrupt, folks, but we're going to cut to a wee ad break.
No bother, brother.
Jamie,
Evan.
I want something to eat and I want it right now.
Right now, right. I'll see what I can do. Do you know Cal?
Cal's meal prep. Of course I know Cal. God damn, guys. You want meal prep? I would suggest going to Cal because, you know, a lot of meal prep, people are starting meal preps at the fucking...
Nah, but they're not like Cal.
They're no. Who's delivering to so many locations? Like I don't even fucking know, mate. No many people. I know a few, and they don't do that. So we've got a delightful menu. I will always, to the day I die, plug the Cajun chicken pasta. Trust me, guys, you will not go wrong with this dish. So Cal, where can we get Cal's meal prep? It's
at Cal's meal prep.
no, it's actually no. It's at it's at Cal. No, it is. Oh my God, you're right. He's right. It's calsprep.co.uk.
Right, it's done here anyway.
It's done here, Joseph, innit?
And it's up there and on now. Let's see,
and
jump.
at Cal's Meal Prep on Instagram. Go to them, guys. Obviously, I can actually do 10 press ups now just because the protein.
Just 'cause of them.
Out of the meals, 10 whole press ups, and
At once.
in one go, and no throughout a whole day in one go. And that's purely just for the protein for these meals, guys. So get at Cal's Meal Prep, guys.
Cheers, trips.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
If you've been hurt in a road accident that wasn't your fault, you should really talk to G4 Claims first. Unlike road accident solicitors, we don't charge you for our services, which could see you better off. To keep 100% of your compensation, have a chat with Nicole and the team. You'll be glad you did. Search online for G4 Claims.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
Right, you wee fucking idiots. Right, you are back with Reilly's Gaff.
Listen up.
Yeah, bams.
Pull your socks up.
your
Bet your
socks.
mother's
Bet your mother's despises. Fucking hell.
If your mum hates you, listen up.
Every cunt's like that.
But yeah, what an intro into part two. But
know,
I think
man,
right now we're going to be asking Kaz some questions that you guys have sent in, and he hasn't seen a single one of these, so you're getting a real reaction here. We narrowed it down from the millions that came in. Right, you just pick one, Joseph.
Do you want me to read it out?
Do you want?
Joking there.
Have chocolate creams been ruined for him? Does he still order them?
Who's that by?
That's by Am Cool Gan 66.
No, bro,
No,
that is definitely like
That's
L.
L.M. McColgan.
I think it's I'm Cool.
No, why would
Gan
someone make that their name? It's L. McColgan 67. It's like maybe his name's Liam
Aye.
McColgan.
Right,
Let's say
Liam.
Liam. Big ups, Liam.
Aye.
Have they been ruined? Nah, man. That's like the go-to drink. Forever will be. Like, for anybody that does not like coffee, go get the Kaz Milligan at Starbucks. Sick.
And does it work? If I go to the window, some.
Some of them do. Like, some people's tagged me on TikToks like, oh, can I get the Kaz Milligan? And they give them it, but you always hear it in the staff. They're like, all right then, aye. But then some staff are like, we're not serving you that, ask properly. It's like, bro, just
No, but,
do it,
mate,
innit?
It's the
Shut
most
the fuck up.
complicated order ever. It's like fucking
Innit?
like
It
lobster
is, bro.
thermidor.
Aye.
You're like,
They might as fucking well call it the Kaz Milligan. It'll be
Well,
easier for them.
Someone tagged me the other day. They've actually put, because the white chocolate cream is not even on the menu, mate, but it's now on the menu.
Ah.
I'm like, and you cunts haven't even illustration. They've not put my name on it or that, but they've put the actual drink that basically I invented on the menu.
so you want 10% every sale then?
What would you rather
Wouldn't
have,
I?
the yellow Lambo or 50% of sales worldwide on?
Of that, because then I'll buy 100,000
Oh, aye.
Lambos. Buy Lambos every day.
Didn't think about that one there, people. That's the beauty of doing this live, folks. Aye, man, fucking. What's the question? Does he still?
Aye,
Do you still
they're
get them regularly? We did try and get him it, didn't work out. They put coffee in it.
They put coffee in it, or I'd be drinking it right now.
Oh, wait, they could have had the free promo, Starbucks. God knows they need it.
I thought it was different.
That little coffee shop.
It's just a wee coffee chain in it.
I'm trying to do something for you here, Starbucks, man. Get
Come
with
on, to fuck. We know you're listening, Mr. Starbucks.
Right, Mr. Starbuck, Mr. and Mrs. Starbuck. Right.
Next question here. We've got, what school teacher hurt you so much constantly? Reference them. And what did they do?
Good
It's
question.
Dave Slater.
Dave, big ups Dave. That's a good question, in fact, because I always talk about my experience with teachers. I was never liked by teachers, bro. There was one teacher, my primary one teacher, Miss Navrook, she was called. Hero, mate. Legend.
There's always one teacher,
Aye, bro.
ever.
I was 5 and she believed in me. 5 years old, and she was like, he's sick.
He's
You know what I
got it.
mean? Aye, but then straight for the high school, like, it was just, mate, I hated school, man. But there was one teacher that's just stuck with me ever since, bro. It was business class, in fact. I never took business. I still knew nothing about business back then. But I was like 13, and she was like, right, everybody write down what salary you would want when you're older. So I'm like, 50 grand.
I'm going to need a bigger bit of paper.
There is no amount of zeros that exist.
But I just wrote 50k, right? Because I knew that was still a lot of money. And she laughed at me. She was like, no, you need to be more realistic. I've already made that money, mate, and I'm 26.
That's mad,
Do you get me? So it's like, how are you blocking a pupil's creativity or projection of their own life? Like, you're now, if it wasn't me, right, because I'm a goat and I've got a stronger mindset to keep going, but if that was like an insecure kid or a kid that wasn't so confident in their future, straight away she's just
killed their dream.
changed
It's funny
their
you're
whole
saying
life.
that, because like, see, mind Ravy Davies episode, the last episode, he was talking about how he would tell teachers, I want to be a wrestler, and they're like, be serious. Like, and like, man, it's not your position as a teacher to, no matter what that kid says, it's not your position to go, that's not happening, be realistic, because you don't fucking know, unless they're saying like something you're like, right, I want to be a murderer, you're like, oh, chill out, little man.
I want to be the world's most prolific serial killer. No, I think like there's merit in saying like, no, but think about this as well. But if it's something that like you go like, so say you said with that, like, because people always said, obviously I always said I want to be a football player. Everybody did here. I presume like 90% of wee boys say they want to be a football player, right? So the teachers would go, aye, but like what else? And there's no really anything bad in saying that, if you know what I mean. I think anyway,
There's a
but it would
difference
be
in
good.
asking for a backup plan and saying that won't happen.
No, but like,
you know what I mean?
wait, talk about like Ravy Davies. See if they said, right, you want to be a wrestler, like talk to us. Like, how do you do that? Like, do you think you could actually blah blah
And
blah
help
and help them?
Exactly.
But then say, but also like, do you like engineering or do you like this? Do you like that? And if they like something else, then just
Nah, for sure.
like
but
there is merit in it. Know what I
there
mean? But
should, I don't know like the school system now, but there should be an entrepreneurial class, and it should be open to every kid, but it should also be teachers have a meeting once every 6 months, right? What kid in here has got the entrepreneur skill set? Because you can notice it.
Aye.
So if there's maybe even in that whole year, there's maybe 4. Pick the 4,
So
and
you
you're
think-
giving them an hour or 2 every week, and you're teaching them, right, what do you want to do? You want to start a business, right? This is how you do it. Gov.uk,
I
this
think-
is how you start a business. This is tax,
Aye.
and then like this is cash flow, and it should be an actual class in school, but
they would need to like hire it because like you couldn't get like, see if there was like a say like a teacher that I don't know, like teaching English or whatever. They're like, if I knew how to start a business, I would have done it, and I would have done this, I would have done that. So they would have to
hire
get
teachers that
they would have
know,
to
like,
get they would
but
have to
there is-
get people
I
in.
know
to
that's
do-
another job for you.
If they find another teacher, if they
Aye, that's what I'm saying. You would need to bring in another teacher. You can't
Aye,
just
but-
have like the guys teaching PE come in and go, right, you go to go you.
it needs to be like an entrepreneur that built a business teaching other entrepreneurs how to create a business.
Because that helps the economy in the long run,
exactly,
that
but
does.
then what? How is it so hard to hire in somebody like that? Because you're hiring in guitar lessons and guitar and drummer teachers and shit like that, and
drummer teachers.
whatever they are. And listen, that's cool. If you want to be a musician, go do it. But it's probably more common that somebody's going to succeed as an entrepreneur and starting a business than they are becoming a famous drummer. So how is it all right and cool
That's true.
and so normal to get somebody to teach you drums on a weekly basis, but you
Aye.
can't teach people about cash flow and
You
tax
can even
and
be shit
shit.
hot at drums and been not known by anyone in the world. Do you know what I mean? You could be
Exactly, but if you're a shithole entrepreneur, you're going to...
Joseph the drummer's ready to
You know what I
five in here.
I know, but you could argue to be a drummer, you don't need to be a famous drummer. You could
exactly.
A session artist or something. Aye.
I'm not saying cancel it. I'm just saying if you could...
Chris Milligan says fuck drums.
That's Milligan hates drummers.
But if you could, that's what I'm saying, if you could get a teacher to teach that stuff once a week, you
Aye.
can get an entrepreneur
No,
to come in.
I do agree
you know
with
what
you. That's what I mean.
And if they want me to come in and teach kids, by the way, that would be fucking sick.
10
Because that's
racks.
another vision I've got, is to be on stage and motivate fucking kids, mate. And it's no, listen, you need to be a millionaire. It's like, even if you do want to be a welder, all right, Sam, talk to me. What's your passion about it? How do you feel about it? What gets you excited? Like, I just want to actually fucking bring life to fucking people that are grown up,
That only
the
thinking
next
about-
generation,
Because
mate.
they've got so many people like your teachers telling them, nah,
Exactly.
you never do that. Wait, stick in at school. Like, just because you can't sit in a classroom and learn algebra doesn't mean you're of no value to the world. You'll have something that you can bring value to.
It's like that saying that, like, don't judge a fish on how it climbs a tree. Know what I mean? Like, have you heard that? No, it's something like that. It's like, I think
you
it's
just
like
made
because
that up.
obviously the monkeys. And that. I think it's a mad Einstein can't say that. I don't know. Einstein something.
A man can.
Einstein something his name was. He was weird. He had his tongue out a big daft hair and all that. He was a weird boy. He was doing a bus stop, but he says that. I'm sure. Yeah.
He's at the bus stop.
He was.
That does
He's
sound
not
like
man.
something you would hear at a bus stop.
Aye.
Early man.
And then we started talking about quantum physics. It was weird. But anyway, we get a question on the go.
What even
Joe.
was that question? Aye.
Next question is, would he be up for getting into wrestling? Would be perfect heel or manager?
That's
Davey.
Davey.
Ravy
Shout
Davey,
Ravy
big
Davey,
up,
show.
man, legend. Would he be getting into wrestling?
Would you ever be up for, like, I'm not talking, what if I say this to Ravy Davey, you get the call, it's Vince McMahon from the WWE, Caz, fuck, love you, kid. Fucking, I want to make you a star, kid. That kind of thing. Would you be up for going and
I wouldn't be a wrestler, nah.
would you
but
be a manager? Like,
a manager? I do not know the wrestling life. Like, I know nothing about it. So then I'd be starting from scratch. But a manager, I could manage so many fucking people, man. Like, so answer to your question would be no, right? But the manager part in different industries, I would smash because
so
there's
you like being managing people?
It's not just that, bro. I've just predicted so many successes that I don't know personally, but I've maybe seen them like with a couple thousand followers and they're doing their thing. I'm like, fuck, they're going to be a big. And in the next year, do you know what I mean? They're massive. So like I could see that in people. I could predict successes. So becoming a manager, that would be sick. But right now, it is something I would like to do, but at the same time, it's just, I'm not passionate enough for it. Do you understand?
You need to be
It's other
passionate.
stuff going on and all.
And exactly, I've not really got the time or shit like that. I've got so much things that I'm focusing on. So the answer to the question, nah. But the manager shit, I'd be a sick manager.
See if they were not be successful, would you be able to drop them?
Like, would you be able to press a...
What, so if it's no working, do you think you could be like,
Failure's not an option in my life, mate.
oh,
If I was to manage people, they're guaranteed making
But
a
would you not
living.
just move somebody else or get somebody else? If they're not,
Nah,
like,
nah,
just
because
get them.
karma's real, bro. Loyalty's the biggest part of my life. Look, stay loyal, tattooed in my hand. That's the other thing that agencies sort of miss out on. They sign so many people, and then they start focusing only on the people that are bringing in money, right? And then it's like the people that aren't like getting the jobs, they're signed to this big dream and being fucked over or whatever.
It's the
Do you
same
get
in
me?
a lot of
But
industries,
then,
it's like football and that and all that.
exactly, and like I don't know, I
how
hate that
many
shit,
young
man.
players, like, they just pick the best, and then the ones who are like nearly in the first team, nearly in the Celtic first team, you're only quite good enough, right? On you go, fucking on loan to Morton, and then they just
It
end up.
causes pure depression for young boys
Mate,
and
it's
all.
a real
really.
thing, aye.
Fact.
There's a good guy actually. I'll give him a shout out. Sam Wardrop. He's on TikTok. He's like really into like fitness and stuff like that. And he's kind of fell. He was at Celtic. Then he was on loan at Dundee United. He kind of worked his way down the leagues, and I think he just get fed up of football. Maybe I don't know why, but now he's like, no, my passion's actually. He loves making TikToks about like, this is my morning routine as a footballer. This is what you should be doing. I'm reading. I'm eating right. And he's like, nah, like I love that. I don't really love the football. I love helping people succeed as a footballer. So I think you find your passion in the end, no matter what you're doing.
No, 100%, bro, 100%. If you just keep doing what makes you happy, by the end of your journey, you're gonna be happy in whatever the fuck you're doing, bro. You just need to. You know what I mean? You've got fucking one life, man. Like, why do people not realise this?
I think that's why. I feel like that's why you're the way you are, and to an extent, it's like the way I became with shit. It's like people, mate. I put a thing out on Instagram. It's like, should I start a podcast? It got majority yes, but a lot of people are like, no, stick to the videos, mate. Stick to the videos. Like, see if you listen to people that are telling you no today stuff, you're never going to go anywhere. Like, if you listen to the people who are telling you no today things, it's because they can't envision that happening for them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So they're like, nah, you shouldn't do it. Just stay down at our level, stay down at a reachable level for us.
Exactly,
don't go too
mate.
far. We don't want you to get up there. We want you right here, mate.
Fact.
No going up. Do you know what I mean? But right, next question, mate.
How did we start talking
Mate, I just keep chatting.
Mate, you're the
Next
same.
question. What's the morning routine as the goat?
Oh, mate.
That's by S.I.
Do you know what? Can we just
J.
SIWYJ Siwy J?
What
So,
a fucking confusing.
so can we change this to just a day in the life? Like, no, just the morning. Take us into lunch.
Through the whole life.
Not the full life, just a day in it.
A day in the life, well, first of all, I do vlog some day in the life of Kaz Milligan, so go watch them. But
we plug.
it changes kind of, but bro, most of my days are fucking boring. So before I get into it, people are like, you only film the highlights. Do you want to vlog me sitting like this at my laptop for 14 hours, mate? That's boring. And that's partly like most of my life. So I'll wake up, do you know what I mean? I'll do whatever, wake up, wash myself, whatever, and then I'll check emails, I'll reply to some customers' inquiries, stuff like that, and then I'll go gym, and then I'll come back, get a shower, boring shit, make some breakfast, sit at a laptop all day.
Normal shit.
Normal shit, man.
Do you know
what I mean? I'm a normal guy. But then the more creative stuff in my job can come like once or twice a week, whether I need to do photo shoots. I'll go and I'll direct a photo shoot, or I need to go and vlog, right? I'll phone up my videographer, we need to vlog like tomorrow or next week. Do you know what I mean? So there's the fun stuff that everybody sees. That does happen like once or twice a week.
I think it would be funny. I think it'd be a good vlog, just you just sitting in your room, just sitting eating Chris Nut. Sitting in a laptop and I made 14 hours, it'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
No, the best thing is it would still get views.
But then you've got the good shit when I need to go, like I go down London maybe like monthly.
You were
once or
thinking
twice.
about, you were saying something about moving down there,
I think I'll move to London
Is that
next
where you see
year.
yourself in the future?
I need to be surrounded by fast paced businessmen, like, do you know what I mean? The same mindset. Like, I'm thinking about moving to Edinburgh for just a year or so, but then what's the point dropping that money on an apartment when I could get the same in London? And I'm eventually going to go to London anyway.
So you may as well get there and get.
So next year I think I'm going to move there, but a day in the life of Kaz Milligan could be boring, mate.
Mate, I need to ask something, and we can all answer this, right? See, because I know what Joseph's answer would probably be, and I know our answer is probably different, right? So like, you wake up, right, literally like eyes open, right, and you're kind of like getting yourself together. Do you do that and reach for your phone and just check it?
I'm guilty of that.
Right, do you do that?
Aye.
Do you do it? Oh, he does it! He actually does it!
See, he's a weird guy. Joseph's a weird guy, so anything you ask him, you're like, this is going to be pure weird.
I like
so
anything we hang, like he hates, so like, see when we're texting, right, in the group chat thing, we'll be like, these are like individual texts, right, so like, mate, send. Here, listen, send. Nah, honestly, we should do blah blah blah. Like we send like one word text because it's a bit of foreplay. Builds the good news.
You don't go in raw.
You don't just go in. That's going. But he's like, why not just write the full message in one thing and then I can read it? Like just a kind of different mindset towards life.
It's funny in a group chat when we were sitting texting, but at rapid he goes, 2 minutes reading up there. We're reading it. What the fuck are these cunts talking about?
What were we even talking about there? Morning go. Fucking hell.
I'd check my phone, but I wouldn't go through all the apps.
Mate, I always see videos of like pure like brain fucking something like, this is the last thing you should do, you shouldn't it?
See, I'll just check like important shit.
They say, so like I do
like
this and
emails,
here,
like that,
it's actual work, right? I was listening to a thing and they were saying the first like hour or 2 hours that you're awake is the most like receptive your brain will be that whole day. So like I always, it's real, honestly. So aye, mate, but like see if I've got uni work, right? See if I've got an essay or something. See if I just wake up and do it, I always get it done much better than like, because see if you wait the full day, you're carrying that full day about with you, what you've done that day. Oh, can I be asked? Oh, I better do this. Oh, I need to go here. Whereas if you just wake up and then you just grab it and do it, it's
like
weird.
The first hour I wake up, I'll check the important shit like emails, like orders at my website, shit like that. Then I know, right, let's get up, I need to double check that on the laptop, so I'll check it on the laptop, then I'll head to the gym. So within the first hour I've checked what I need to do that day and I'm in the gym. I'm not big on that, but I like to stay healthy. And then I'll come back, eat a healthy breakfast, and then it's straight to work.
I need to get back in that shit, man. I've been lacking.
I wake up, eat 6 flumps to Dino's Sweets and Treats.
Dino's Munchie Box.
Right.
Next question.
I go for a stone up bath.
What is Kaz's karaoke tune / chill?
Macao.
Anything Chris Brown, mate.
Aye, Chris Brown guy.
He's the goat. I've got tattooed on my arm. Two Chris Brown album
Have you loved him
covers.
since you were
Show
young?
us that?
I remember. Aye, get it. Let's see Chris Brown. We need to show this.
I've never seen a Chris Brown tattoo in my life.
Do it.
Oh, aye.
The X album, then Heart for the Heartbreaking Film, man.
Mate, I just I take it.
Get a flex. That's a literal flex.
Take that, haters. But yeah, I remember Chris Brown. He was like pure back in the day. Forever.
Oh, yeah.
What
was
doing
it?
that? And
His new
what a
tunes
guy.
are even better, lad.
Yeah, 3
Obviously,
times.
A bit of controversy.
Aye, of course, man. Like what he done is fucking disgusting. Now, you know,
Before I big him up too much.
he is disgusting. Like, no, he isn't. But what he done was obviously disgusting. But people act like he done it when he was 20 odds. It's, no matter what age it is, it's disgusting. Should never do it. He was a 17-year-old boy, and people are still judging. Like he's still that. Well, because you've heard some rumours that are. Do you know what I mean? But creativity-wise, fuck, he's the goat.
That's
But
right.
I know I'm the GOAT, but he's the GOAT exclamation mark.
The GOAT with a capital
Creativity
G.
is the best, mate. And then another thing before I go on, right? Everybody will be like, you like Chris Brown, you support that, and they'll roast me because of what he done for, like, do you know what I mean, how many, 13 years ago. But then Drake's alright to make a song with him. But so you dislike Drake now? No, you've got all his albums downloaded on Spotify, mate.
Aye.
Do you get me?
Aye.
DJ Khaled.
Aye.
Fucking
People that are like promote
the
like
whole
doing
music
tunes.
industry love Chris Brown.
Aye.
But if you're just a normal geezer and you like Chris Brown, then you must support that. No, what he done was fucking disgusting, mate. I just like his creativity.
Aye.
So is that the dream collab? Aye. There's a lot of questions in Twitter.
Aye, what is the dream collab? Fuck us.
The dream collab. Fuck, what is the dream collab?
Just one.
Yeah.
We've actually got Chris Brown. yeah.
I wanna see it.
Nah, that would be a sick collab, but a dream collab, I've never thought about that, in fact.
No, is that a good
I
one?
don't
Do you want
know,
to come
that's
back to it then?
I'll try and come
Have
back
a
to
wee think,
that.
aye. Have we got another one?
Yes. What about yours? Karaoke shows?
Aye, what's
Oh,
yours?
mine.
Mine just anything Sinatra. It's a bit different. with
What's
Chris
that?
Brown. Frank Sinatra.
Who's that?
You know, I had a Frank Sinatra, no?
He's
I've
just.
maybe heard a song.
You'd heard
See
all
that
his
man?
songs.
I don't even know. What did he sing like My
Like
Way?
My Way and,
Aye.
like,
I
Fly Me
did
to the Moon and
My Way. That
Shit, really?
it's fucking Frankie boy, man.
Fly Me to the
And
Moon.
he's here.
fucking-
He's dead.
He's been dead for 20 years.
But
he's
is that
back.
what
Aye,
you
mate,
vibe
old
to,
school.
aye?
Aye. Well, I don't vibe to it. I sing it in the shower box. I've got some
Is it?
fucking
So
voice.
if you're in the car
or
and you're
Otis Redding,
flexing
you
to
know
him.
what Otis Redding is? No, this is a shower
Say it,
or
yeah.
karaoke tune, mate. In the car, I'm listening to drill and that. You know what I mean?
What's yours?
Aye, I'll be honest, I don't listen to anything apart from songs about people getting chased, getting stabbed. I'll be flat out honest. So aye, that just anything to do with that.
You can
Anything
tell
to do with crime.
You can tell when
People
you're
committing crimes horribly.
When I'm in
there.
the shower, honestly, I think I'm the white breezy, man. I'm in the shower doing all the dances. Try to act all sexy.
That's brilliant. See, you're talking
Yeah, it's a
about
sexy guy, it's undeniable.
you're talking about listening to too much drill. You can tell that. See, when you're texting me, sometimes it'll just be at the end of voice notes. You're just like, pow, pow. Like, he's been listening to that all day, man. You can tell.
Next question is: would you rather fight a gorilla or a bear? Mark Cairns.
Mark Cairns.
Let's actually think about this, right? So
Gorilla or a bear? I
Right,
mean, I'd
let's-
smash the both of them, mate.
Both at the same time.
Aye.
goats always triumph, mate.
I'll give them 10 grand in the books.
They might decline though.
Aye,
right?
they would decline it.
What's
Right.
really the
Right,
difference?
well, see, let's think about it, right?
Always a bear.
I see a gorilla. Gorillas are like 90% muscles and they're fucking huge and they would just rip you apart.
Aye,
in
but they're
seconds,
slow
mate.
though, I feel
No,
like.
no, they're rapid, mate. They're rapid.
Oh, really? I
They're-
thought... Shit, really?
Well, I think either way you're dying, right? So what way do you want to
A
die?
bear, you can like go at it.
Wait, does that what?
Is that...
Are you here for people that are just
is it
on
a
the
proven
cameras?
fact, though?
I don't
like,
think
who's
so.
tried it, mate?
Aye, they
Mate,
try
there was
it.
a guy.
Maybe this guy's done it. Mark Cairns. We'll get you on. Imagine that was the whole thing. Like I fought a gorilla and a bear, and
We've
I'm
left
like,
it the last bit. He's like, because I've done both.
that's under that. You pussies.
I'd personally go for the gorilla, man. I feel like the gorilla's got to be
It's
too
badass,
fat and
innit?
lazy and...
It has fangs though.
I think you could
Aye, but
dodge a gorilla
I'll
for
jump
longer.
on the back of his neck, right, and him like that, and then the fangs, I'll punch them out, mate. Do you get me?
Aye, knocked him out.
Aye, and then it's like in pain because of his mouth, right, and then
Aye.
it's bleeding, and then I'll tilt his neck back, he might drown in his blood.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
that sounds like a song I was just listening to on the drive over here.
That's a fumes engineer.
But nah, I would never harm an animal though.
Aye,
putting that
mate,
out there.
you just described it.
But no, they're trying to fight with you, mate. That's self-defense.
Oh shit, it's life or
You're
death.
not instigating it. You're not like, who would you rather
That's
go and
true.
provoke? A gorilla. It's like,
That's true.
they're at you like, oh,
If
you
it
think
was like
you're a
life or
goat.
death, I'd do exactly that to the gorilla, mate.
Mate, see
Poke
the-
its eyes out and shit.
See the bear thing? There's a mad documentary for the 70s called Grizzly, and it's a mad guy that thought he could like.
I've seen that, and he got
he's-
killed,
and he
didn't
get
he?
mauled on camera.
Like for
mate.
years, he was like, "Oh, like these bears are peaceful guys. Like you just gotta treat them right." Then it's like on the news, like grizzly man dies, and it's a bear just ripped him apart one day. These are the dangers, mate.
These are the dangers of trying to be
R.I.P.
pals with bears.
Just stick to fucking humans and dogs like everybody else, and cats if you're into that.
Is that dogs? Right, I'm going to go see the wolves in the corner.
Next question.
Aye. I think that's it,
We're
mate.
finished.
I think that's
Oh
it.
my
I've
God.
finished.
That's us finishing the questions.
Kaz, thank you so much, man, for
Thank you,
coming on.
brother.
Have you got anything you want to plug that's coming up or anything like that? Or?
I'm everywhere, mate.
Oh,
There's no need to plug it. People are going to see it
the
one
guys
day.
know. Papow!
Shut
You
it.
done know. You already know, bro. You already know,
Are
bro.
you starting the freestyle section?
Oh, the freestyle.
Should we freestyle?
Should we try freestyle?
24 minutes in there.
I think we should try
okay.
freestyle.
I will
on
try
there.
it. Aye, because I'm guessing we're all shite, mate.
Aye,
So why
well,
don't...
speak for yourself?
I'll do a bit, you do a bit, you do a bit.
Right, sound,
okay.
sound,
Right.
sound.
Right, wait till you do that. This what you do, innit?
Can we get a beat or not?
Big up my guy Fumes.
Aye,
Like a
Joe,
free-
you'll be able to
free
get a
beat
beat,
or
no?
I'll get a wee.
Right, we
I'll
can.
type in copyright free beat.
Aye, sound, mate.
We could rap over the intro tune.
Oh, the intro tune's class,
Oh, is
mate.
it?
Intro tune's good.
Aye,
It
get
Intro
the
tune's-
intro tune then.
Oh, aye.
It's
sounds a
alright.
bit like. Sounds
It's
a bit.
called like 0-0 or something.
Aye, we'll do the intro tune. Reilly's Gaff, we're fucking it up. Getting the rack, stacking it up.
I fucked it up.
He's fucked it up, but I'll save it. Dig it out the grave. I'm gonna save this podcast. I'm gonna save his life.
Hey.
This man came in here. I don't know his wife. Go.
Hey, 10 bitches in my DMs. Back in the van, back to the ends.
Back to 5. Back to 5 you can. You gotta go and then.
I just went full beam, I'm shining. Shit.
He's talking. Warzone.
He's talking about rhyming. I'm talking about timing.
Hey.
I'm going to Spain.
Hey,
Well, making it rain.
hey. Making it rain with the moolah. Shit, I like her back, look at the bunda. Hey,
And the rack.
great, go, one more word.
No.
One more word.
Right, one more word, right? The word is. Vodka.
Vodka.
Oh, fuck me, mate.
I was gonna say.
What about Mike?
Aye,
Mike?
do Mike, go.
Right. Reilly's Gaff, we're on the mic. Shit, Kaz Milligan, no Spike. Do you get it? Spike Milligan?
Oh.
Do you get it? But I'm the new Milligan, making a million. Aye, making a million, telling them hitting the billions. Ooh. Aye. Aye, I'm sick. Everybody subscribe.
Like, and
what a fucking
subscribe for
podcast.
that, man.
Like, subscribe, share, show your mom, show your dad if they can work the phone. If they can't, fuck them. Thank you so much, Kaz, for coming on.
Thank you
What a
for
laugh
having me.
that's been,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
Thank you.
Well done, guys. That was excellent.